Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another Nexus Gaming Series matchup tonight, featuring Rodney's imaginary friends and Blackheart's booty. Our early map bans for the blue team for Rodney's, we banned Volskaya and Tomb. Meanwhile, Blackheart's booty taking out both Dragonshire and BOE. If Rodney's imaginary friends of Blackheart's booty had a kid, would it be Rodney's booty? Probably. Well, it's imaginary booty, I would assume. Evening, Cowboy. Welcome in. We are in Heroic Div, and this may be the first Heroic game that's been cast this season, which is a little bit tragic, and I will do my best moving forward to not ignore Heroic. We don't have a lot of casters, and the ones that we do are sometimes scared, maybe unfairly so, of Heroic Div. But we're here. I'm partly queer. Get used to it. We're going to Garden of Terror. Good lord. This is why nobody casts Heroic Division, right? What are we doing here? Snarf. Appreciate you, Cowboy. We have almost everybody in the lobby already, so we should be going here pretty soon. Welcome, Line Bus. I don't know if you guys watch SNL at all, but one of the new guys on SNL this season, he did an incredible impersonation of Tucker Carlson. And that's all I can think of all this week is what are we doing here? What's going on? He just keeps repeating it. It's just such a spot-on impersonation. It's hilarious. That's the plan. That's the goal here. I get a kick out of it every time. Asmo needs 2 minutes and then he'll be ready. Okay. Rodney finally joining the lobby. As long as there's no Infernal Shrines, I am happy. I think Snarfungus would also agree with you. Oh, nice. Raka is casting as well. All right. We have ready from both the caster and myself. We are ready to rock roll. Snarf and I have a firm handshake over hating infernal shrines. Well, I don't think you have much to worry about tonight. But I am surprised to see us on Garden. Now, Rodney does play some pretty... Or not Rodney, excuse me. Asmachan plays some very degenerate things. Just in general. On any map, to be fair. But Samuro comes to mind. And I feel like we may see a Samuro ban from Blackhearts to stop any shenanigans from occurring. I've scrimmed against both these teams. I've played against these teams quite a bit. Some of these are old teammates. Some of these people I do many, many ARAMs with, so I know these teams quite well, so this is going to be a good matchup. I'm really looking forward to this. Seeing what kind of degeneracy they bring out on the terror map of Garden. We got it ready from both teams. Should be starting here momentarily. We'll start drafting some heroes. Get this show on the road. Here we go. Garrosh, the first to go. I assume it's TZ tanking for Blackhearts. And I was going to mention the fact that she plays a pretty okay Garrosh. But we immediately see that banned. Hogger banned as well. Not having first pick, you do not want to give up Hogger on this map. Deathwing getting the respect ban he probably deserves at this point. Still very overstated, the Deathwing. Very hard to deal with if you don't specifically have a Leo. Tychus is just not going to do. And we see Maiev banned. So, very quick bans, very quick target bans from each team. First pick, what's best available here? I mean, you're not going to be sad to have it to Haka. I don't know if you consider that first... Oh, right, Falstad's up. Okay, yeah, you just slam a Falstad. Falstad, first pick material, maybe 100% of the time at this point. If you don't have somebody that plays them, you should be banning them. Best outs in the caster in the land being forced to announce Garden of Terror. Yeah. You know, it's fine. I like to watch people do camps. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. There was a lot of camping going on. It's my culture. Junkrat and Johannes picked up there. I almost said snagged up by Rodney's. Get it? Wait, no. Snag isn't even in here. I saw Linehouse and I assumed Shenanigans was on this team. Don't listen to me. Please donate to such a disenfranchised streamer. The front line for Blackheart's been secured. Both Diablo and Blaze. I mean, I assume you just slam a Greymane here, right? I think you're pretty happy taking a Greymane into... I mean, it's obviously good into Diablo. It's a little sus on a Blaze, but... Makes the Falstad have to be a little bit more careful as well with the blow-up potential. And I think Greymane just very strong on this map, so I'd be surprised if that's not their second DPS if it's not banned here. Snagged up, I get it, yeah. Thank you. He's not in this game, so it doesn't really apply, but you're here, so... You know, it is what it is. And they banned Sylvanas. Okay. So Syl's down, Vala's still available. I think Vala's a little sus right now, because you don't really have strong peel with the Johanna. And it looks like his team's going pretty full dive on the right-hand side. Need a strong cleansing healer. Brightwing's also good too. Just get out of dodge. Poly good here for Falstad too. And a Leoric. So, saving last pick here. Snarf, maybe. I mean, Tracer. She plays a very good Tracer, very good Vala. Oh, interesting. We see an Alexstrasza, so... And Chromie. Could this be Greymane still? I don't know. I think it's legitimately a Falling Sword game. Okay, we see Cassia picked up by Snarf there. I think I like Blackheart's draft better. I think the Chromie is such a win condition. Obviously, Gust at 20 is a win condition. Dragon is really difficult to deal with. It's going to be hard to get to the Alexstrasza because left team is very front to back until they get like the Arc and Tomb, and then you can try to get her, but I think it's a lot more execution-based team fighting here on Rodney's part than it is for Blackheart, so they just kind of walk forward and kill whatever in front of them. We'll see how it plays out. We have game 1 here, this best of 3 tonight. About to get on its way. I have the Gibbs death count down, right? Okay, yes. Splendid. From left to right tonight, it is Rodney's imaginary friends. We have Snarfungus on Cassia Drinko, playing Brightwing Jake Reno on Johanna, Rodney77X on the Junkrat, and Asmo Chad on Leo. From right to left, it is Blackheart's Booty. And my thing is bugged, so I have to alt-tab. Okay. We have Savage Drago on Blaze Zenarius on Alexstrasza. Amy820 on Chromie. TZ Chup, my old teammate, on Blaze. And in the top lane, we have Storm Brandon on Falstad. Let's take a look at our level 1 talents here. Obviously, auto attack Falstad. We do have Globes, though, and Devil's Due, so a little bit of synergy there from the Alex and Diablo. Auto attack Cassia. Stalling rotations here so Chromie can get some damage done. So half a tower down. TZ Chop jumping in. And we have a Divine Fortress Johanna, which feels wrong into auto attack Falstad, but I've been proven wrong before. Chromie Alex, the dynamic duo doing their easy camps here. Falstad's on the easy camp for Blackheart's in the top lane. Meanwhile, Hard's done in the bottom, and we'll be marching down onto this bottom tower and fort. Cassia coming down as well. Gonna have a 4-man effort here from the blue team while Leo soaks mid, but he's got a camp to deal with as well. Rodney's team, though, doing pretty well. They're gonna get this tower, I think. Or they're gonna try to get this tower. No, they're not gonna get it all, because they have to go help mid. Brandon gonna be pushing this tower as well. Well, one blind is down, and now there's not much to stop him. Camp cleared up relatively quickly. Chromie almost getting the best here of the Junkrat. Level 4s for both team commence. And the first seed about to be spawned. Just in time for my seeds of vengeance to sprout. Well, yeah, there's nothing going on in the top lane here. Looks like Blaze getting a lot of damage, though, to that bottom tower in the top lane. Early siege. Probably going over to the side of Blackheart's. They're doing a really good job poking these towers early. We have a little bit of a scuffle here in the top lane. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-5 for this camp. And Rodney's decides to step away. And because of that, red team going to pick up this camp. First seed goes over to Blackheart's. Drogo looking like a J-How, missing the Blaze stun, putting a fair amount of damage onto Leo. And now with a massive wave here and 3 people bottom, both towers and the wall will fall. Asmachad can really do nothing here. He might as well just back. I mean, he needs some help, and he needs it quickly. Drinko comes bottom to help as well. There are things going on in the other lanes, but not much. 11 globes already for the Alexstrasza. Rodney zoning out the Falstad with this trap. Has to be careful not to get flown on here now post 7, because he can just kind of die to 3 or 4 auto attacks. A little bit of engage here in the mid lane. Johanna doing her best to body block the Diablo, but nothing will come of it. This seed is on the blue team side. They're heading to it now. Let's take a look at our Asmachad. And here comes the rest of the team, and Asmo is going to be our first blood of the match. Good baiting there, and Blackheart's booty really putting a lot of pressure onto this bottom building. Doing such a good job, and now we're going to have a flip, potentially. Oh no, really surprised we didn't see a flip there. We have slowing sands available. I think they probably could have died, but nevertheless, they came what they were there to do, put some more damage onto this bottom fort, and then scurry off to do other things. They still have an XP lead, Blackheart does. 1-0 in kills. And Rodney's team going to be going over to the Bruiser camp, starting this. Should be oops all camps here for both teams before this seed comes up. Leo has a really fun task of dealing with the Falstad in the top lane. Already at 66 stacks. Souls for Diablo right around the corner as well. As our level 10s pop here, it is Lightning Breath, Gust, Lifebinder, and Bunker. Obviously the Sowing Sands as well. But both these teams going to have level 10s for this neutral seed fight here. And there we go. Falstad is in the top lane dealing with the Leo. He's going to be able to fly to objective here. Mid camp is pushing for the blue team, so that is notable as well. If I'm blue, I want to be fighting for this objective right now. We have Riptire, Shield, Entomb, Blink Heal, and I assume it's going to be Ball Lightning. Yeah, and it is. Oh no, it's Valkyrie, excuse me. It kind of looked like a ball. So yeah, camp is pushing mid right now. Blue team really wants to force this before Falstad can come in here and get a gust. And you see that right now. Asmachad maybe looking. Slowing Sands put down. 3 people caught in it. Johanna steps forward. Asmachad is in the back line now. But here is a gust. It only connects to 2 people. And the Lightning Breath is going to burn Asmachad. Great heal from Drinko. Is it going to be enough? Wow, the Spell Armor and the Blink might be enough. But beautiful time trap there by Amy. And that is going to take out the Leo. It's a 4-on-5, and the red team is very, very healthy right now. Engage. Beautiful slowing stance there onto Snarf. It's a good follow-up stun from Savage Drago. The Blaze stun going to contribute to that Cassia death as well. Chromie claims 2 kills there. And the red team continuing to shove down this bottom fort. TZ looking for more. Jake Reno is a very healthy Johanna, though. And now Brandon going to use that flight to go catch mid-soak. Make sure they're not dropping that. Grabbing some stacks. So Entomb not used that fight. Valkyrie not used either. Chromie now has that timeout available. Excuse me, needed a drink. So, blue team needs the force here. Missed the time trap. They go immediately onto Chromie here. There's the Entomb, but there's the timeout. Gust is going to blow 4 people into a corner. It's a good cleanse from the Brightwing. Riptire connecting to the front line as Blaze gets low. She hops in a bunker. So does the rest of the team. Now Diablo coming out and looking angry, but the hit, the Valkyrie onto the Chromie, Blaze stun in the back is devastating. And just like that, the fight is over. Asma Chad will fall as well. This will be seed point for them. Savage Drago needs to turn around if they want this kill. Doesn't look like they're very upset about missing that kill. And it's going to be one stack gone from the Johanna. Falstad is going to be pushing here in the bottom lane in a moment after they clear mid. And I did miss the kill. They ended up chasing down the Leo anyway. And now things going all Blackheart's booty here in the mid game. 8-0 in kills in favor of them. Let's go. Let's go Amy's team. What's up, Entropy? And KLA. Welcome in, guys. Falstad gonna be flying mid, potentially looking for a gust. It's a good poly there by Drinko. Camp gonna assist in taking this. It's a 3-level lead. And Asmochad is going to have a really bad time here. This tower did nothing. This tower was useless. Why is that even there? What's up, Nar Gaming? The National Association of Realtors Gaming. I'm a realtor, so that's I see Nar. Narg. That's what I think of. And the Blackheart's booty probably gonna start their camps. Yeah, they're gonna start their hards. Time traps go down. And there is not much. I mean, they're same talent tier for just a moment. Oh, and it's gone. They had an opportunity, and it's gone. Nice timeout there. Negating the Valkyrie. Not going to catch her this time. And red team's going to be pushing this bottom keep, rather. TZ looking for an engage. Not going to find one. The Junkrat trap going to be irritating to the Diablo with this push. Nice engage. I mean, the timing of this is so good. I mean, there's only so much spell shield you can do and so many cleanses you have to be able to save and engage like that. You don't have Anduin pull. Blaze with another J-How. This time gets booped backwards even farther. The poly is good, taking -40, but Cenarius there with the Lifebinder going to save the Blaze. Bunker still available. The fort just about to go down. Drogo again with a beautiful stun from the Blaze. This time Bunker is popped. Drinko with its shift. Going to be able to save Jake Areno, but only momentarily. And now a beautiful entomb there from Asmochad, but not quite under tower. TZ's able to get away thanks to the minion wave. Dragon is popped. They're 3 levels ahead. And with the seed coming up, I don't think they're going to be able to get much more. Death timer's too low. Blackheart's booty fully in the driver's seat here in game 1. The beautiful combo with the Diablo engage and the slowing sands behind it. Really, really difficult to do anything with that type of engage. Especially when you don't have the peel to be able to do much with it. If Rodney's can get to 20, I think they have a much better chance. They have Silence and Tomb at that point. Can make... Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Make something happen, but... They got a long road to get to 20s here. Juggernaut plating. There is the Chromie unraveling. And... You know, with this seed coming up, I don't think there's even a chance that Rodney's gets close to sniffing 20 before the Garden of Terrors are running down the left-hand side of the map. They tried to just kill the Blaze here with the poly. Is that enough to actually kill? I mean, it's close, but they're playing in the sands right now, and Asmochad's taking so much damage. There's the Ancestral healing. Well, rather, the Lifebinder healing. And now they're fighting 2 talent tiers down, but this fight is going about as good as it can. Here comes the Falstad from behind. The Gust puts 4 people in a corner right now. So much damage from the Chromie. They're all in the sands, and Chromie kills 2, kills 3, and is looking for more. Savage Drago likely has another stun available here momentarily. Going to land onto the Blaze with the Unraveling. That will do it, and that probably will do it for game 1 here. As Brightwing gets away, but... There's not much a Brightwing's going to be able to do here. I guess they could take the seed. I think they could just core. I think they could just walk by into the core. But I guess they want the camp to support as well. Blaze taking some damage from the minus 40 here, though. And it looks like Blackheart's just very content taking all the keeps. Surprised I don't see them backing up here. I guess maybe they wanted the XP, but they're going to get it passively anyway. This is your win condition. They're just still doing camps. Well, it wasn't a complete skunk. 15-1 in kills. Maybe some come more out of this. But the terrors are dark and full of terrors. Wait, the night is dark and full of terrors? The night is dark and full of terrors. The Unraveling immediately used. Savage Drago was in the backline. Beautiful poly there from Drinko. Negating that stun. And the Falstad does get caught. Okay, so a little bit of momentum here. Silence Entomb, not quite there, but Entomb lands onto Blaze, who's going to be coming out of there not with a ton of HP, but enough to live. Asmochad getting breathed on from a Diablo, and now 2 terrors are starting to hit the core. Asmochad's going to fall. But they still, I don't know if they can defend this core or not. Nice unstop there from the Johanna. The core is at 82%, and there's still a lot of things on it. Jake Areno trying to do his best to peel these heroes away. It's a 4-on-4. There's still 1 more terror and 2 Katas in the bot lane killing it. They're playing for the fight, but the core is dying. And at 11%, the 2 Katas in the bottom lane are going to do it. Blackheart's Booty wins game 1. Sorry for that. Oh my goodness. Weird little Spotify glitch. Leading the way in damage, Junkrat and Chromie for their teams. Damage pretty even across the board. Healing numbers with the Lifebinder and with the Diablo certainly made the Brightwing look like they weren't doing their job, but I assure you they were. XP, Storm Brandon on the Falstad, 17k with Leo at 13. Essentially having 2 offlaners there with the Falstad. And I mean, what's crazy is, like, this is not... I mean, look at the these are not great stats for a Falstad minus the Soak, right? Like, the damage number is so low. But the impact of the Gust, the power of the Global, and just the pure damage, burst damage, fights are normally over before they even begin with just 3 or 4 autos from a Falstad. So, certainly not about quantity, it's about quality when you're talking about Falstad damage. Let's take a look at level 20 talents here. We didn't have an opportunity to see that, but it was the upgraded Lifebinder, obviously Gust, Hellgate, Unraveling, Fortified Bunker, all the usual suspects. Again, Chromie level 20, I think if you're taking Loop in 2026, it's the wrong thing to do. I think it's always Unraveling. Just read this talent. Let's just all take a moment to read the talent together. Every 0.25 seconds, enemy heroes are slowed by Slowing Sands. Or, excuse me, enemies slowed by Slowing Sands have their spell armor reduced by 10. Up to 50. So within 1 second, it's minus 40 spell armor. 1 second. It is with the additional range and the persist after 5 seconds, because you basically want to put it down and immediately pull it off as soon as you can as Chromie, so that you have the cooldown again. It's, I think, one of the strongest ults of the game. But let's get to the next map. We will give Blackheart's Booty their well-earned point on the board here. Very dominant showing. And let's see where we're heading. Looks like... Oh no. Lime Bus, I'm sorry. I have some really bad news, my friend. For any of those who are not fans of this map, but we are, in fact, going to Infernal Shrines. And this was picked by Team 2. So yeah, this was picked by Blackheart's Booty. Sorry. Drop a chip clip that I fiddle with all the time. Alright. Here it is. Snarf's most hated map. It's Infernal Shrines. Ooh, piece of candy. First couple of bans here. Again, one a target ban here if the Maya, but the Deathwing just a general FU type ban for existing. No Falstad, probably a good choice. And we see, who's that? Scary Gary band as well. Scary Gary. Augur, hunt them down. So Asma Chad's picking up the Hogger here. Do you think they did it as a Joker troll? No. Good luck, Line. Appreciate you. No, I think they... I don't think there's any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Malicious intent behind the map pick. I assure you they picked it purely on they think this is a strong map for them and they want to win the game. But this time, Snarf does grab the Chromie. And Drinko, the old man playing the old man. I actually have no idea how old Drinko is. I think he's quite young. If I had to guess, I would say he's probably much younger than me. We see Varian banned. Curious to see what healer is banned here, or even offlaner. There's so many options right now. I think the Blaze was clearly a pretty strong pick and obviously played quite well last game, but let's see what they're most afraid of here. It's going to be, yeah, the Blaze. Makes sense. What's up, Sparkles? We see Stukov and... and blue. Stukov and Sylvanas snagged. Rodney is on Genji. And the tank pick here, Diablo. Taken over by... That says Jake, right? Okay, Jake Areno. For a second I thought it was Joke, and I was like, oh man, I've been saying that wrong for a long time. So what's the offlaner going to be? I think I like the Haka. I don't mind Leo. Yeah, it's just a Haka. Change is upon us. Just more global pressure. Alright, game 2. Let's get weird with it. We're on Infernal Shrines. And all we can hope for is a game 3. Alright, our home team tonight in blue is Rodney's Imaginary Friends. Snarfungus on Chromie. Jake Areno on Diablo. Drinko. It's a cool boar. Look at the boar on the Deckard. Asmodan on a crab. No, that's Hogger. And Rodney on Genji. Meanwhile, right to left, the away team, it is Blackheart's Booty. Amy 820 on Sylvanas. Storm Brandon on Hanzo. Teasy dancing on the Johanna. Cenarius running circles around her. On that Stukov, and then bringing up the rear, we have Drogo on the Barco. That is Tahaka. Let's take a look at our talents here. Soul Shield this time around. Hanzo already 2 stacks in. Full W. Looks to be mind control game from Sylvanas. Enhanced agility and reactive ballista spores. Does the first tongue connect? Stay tuned to find out. Looks like it's gonna. It's on Diablo. There's the Stukov puddle. No Q available to run away. Nice stun there by Asmochad. But unfortunately, Diablo's health bar ran out very quickly. Are they gonna get a kill? Oh my gosh. 2 HP on Cenarius. And they are gonna be able to get away just barely. Holy smokes. Brandon already 8 stacks on that Hanzo quest. Sorry, that's what I wanted. Red team completing their first camp. Meanwhile, Rodney's Imaginary Friends gonna opt to start this camp, which I think is a wild decision. Sylvanas caught a little bit out here. Oh, is that gonna be enough? Don't have E available. Call it a wild decision. Dahaka does have Dig available, right? I'm not insane. Oh, no. I guess they knew that. Okay, that's why they started it. 2 HP is technically 200% more than you actually need. So. Hanzo almost completing the level 1 quest. 2 minutes into this game, or Rodney. Speaking of 200 HP. Jumping around the map, collecting soak. So agile, so nimble, that Genji. We have haunting arrows. We have explosive arrows. We have both teams likely to be starting their bruiser camp here. Hanzo the first to do it. We have an engage onto the Genji in the mid lane. No tongue Or rather, maybe a missed tongue. And blue team is going to be late to their bruiser camp. Stukov here waiting till about 15 to cap this. That's pretty much perfect timing. I don't know why I'm just staring at the objective. I just assume the heroes will get there eventually, so this is what I'm looking at. But in the top lane, we do have the Dahaka, who will have a global. And it looks like they may just be very content pushing this top camp. But blue team does have... Ooh, nice time trap there. Maybe they're going to go on to Stukov, but no. They engage onto Syl, and Syl's going to be able to walk out of there, no problem. 2-1. This red team connects with the other 8 remaining monkeys. Monkeys? I think I call them monkeys. And red team is fully on this objective. Tongue gonna miss. Here is some slows on the backline. Deckard helping out. Rodney in the backline. Gonna be able to get out, but, oh, is he gonna be able to get out? Yes, okay. He does get out just in time, but it's 37-8. Really hard to play into this right now. And first objective here, the Mortar Punisher going over to Blackheart's booty. Nice slow there by the Stukov, but Diablo gonna be able to get over the wall just in time. Hanzo completing that level 1 quest already. Black Heroes there with the jump is going to be a devastating thing to deal with. Rodney's does eat the stun. And here comes Hogger into the backline. Gets a nice stun onto Joe. Jacarino getting low though. Hanzo coming down and doing a lot of damage from this bottom lane, but Syl, first to fall, and Rodney's claims first blood for their team. So nice rotation there by the Hogger. All dogs look alike. Oh, and we have a scrimmage here. They know Syl is back, but here comes the dig and Snarf. It's the weirdest interaction I've ever seen. Okay, slowing Sands is up. Savage Drago's caught in it. Diablo not quite has souls and probably wants to die before he gets souls and then dies, but slowing Sand's going to be the play here again for Chromie. Both healer and DPS have about 6 mana between them. And they can't share, so they're going back. Black Arrow's likely available here for the Sylvanas. Yeah, 5 seconds. They're going to do bottom camp. Red team, yet again, going to get level 10s. The team that gets to level 10 first, statistically, on average, has about a 63% chance to win. That is not a small number, but Amy caught by the root. So much damage going out immediately by the Chromie, who's hitting these Qs very consistently. Genji laying in the weeds. Little bit of split communication here. For the first time I think I've seen Blackheart's booty have split communication. They shielded the Diablo and they arrowed the Deckard. And after missing nearly all of their ults, the swipe's going to disengage. But now, here comes Rodney's. They have their level 10s. They have Stay a While and Listen. They have APOC. X-Strike, Hortipult. Obviously, we've seen the Sands. They really want this camp. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it. Here comes the Stay a While and Listen. X-Strike onto the backline. Amy going down. Rodney, really nice kill there, but Snarf is getting run down on the backline by the Dahaka. Stukov will fall too. Great Hortipult here from the Hogger. Now TZ caught between a rock and a Diablo. Neither one of those things are good. She's going to be able to skid away. Savage Drago continuing to fight and bruise. And honestly, kind of farming here on this Dahaka. Does catch the Chromie as well. And what looked to be a rather decisive fight for the side of Rodney's. You get this kill? Oh my gosh, 56 HP. What is Rodney doing? Looking for a potion. Is going to be able to find one. Now Drago under towers, minus 75. The shield not going to be able to save him this time around. Dahaka will fall before this next objective. And everybody is backing right now for mana, resources, anything else they could possibly need. Asmochad is going to start this objective here, walks to the spot, and is going to be doing the not rather easy, but doing the easier of the spins here. He's going to need somebody to get these monkeys down for him, though. Ooh, and he does mess up just a little bit, and now they're pinging him mercilessly. But it's a nice disengage in the backline. Draco now going to get tongued. There is the arrow, and there's not much the old man can do but die at this point. However, nice X-Strike onto Amy. They go after the Sylvanas. She's going to be able to get out. Now Drago in the backline getting a nice tongue onto the Chromie. Good stun from the Diablo. Flips the dog. Not going to be able to kill it. Look at how much scatter damage is going out too. And the Sylvanas W helping secure the kill onto the Genji. And it's 2-0 in favor of Blackheart's booty. They will be winning what I believe is their third objective, or is this only the second? This must be the third objective. It was one bottom. Was there one mid? No, I guess it's only the second objective. Rodney's got some fight in them this game. He took a sucker punch in game 1, but they have quickly got their shit together. And they look a lot stronger. Level 20 is going to be a huge pull. Oh, here's an arrow immediately. There's a shield. The Punisher doing so much damage. Amy probably going down, though. Or not? Or not. Amy's just kind of chilling. Wait, the Deckard. The Deckard gets the kill. The old man in the sea scroll. If she gets out, oh my god. And here we have the Hogger in the back line. What a beautiful play. Snarf, run, please. What is the Punisher doing? Hello? Where are you going? Hogger's still alive. Oh my god, they're actually gonna get the kill. 200 HP. Asmachad wants it more. Drinko trying to come in. Chromie's gonna fall. Wait, the Hogger is absolutely farming right now. Now Rodney comes in with the kill from the bottom lane. Looking for more. Gonna find the Johanna as well. What is going on? And as the dust settles, both teams retreat to their camps. 9-8 in kills in favor of Blackheart's booty, but Rodney's team has caught up significantly in XP, some really strong individual efforts, some absolute buffoonery in the top lane, and we have ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? Draco getting caught there. Oh, they're gonna flip back into the sands. Ooh, look at that shuriken value. Beautiful there. The arrow gonna miss for the first time all game. And a nice kill onto Dahaka. Snarf. Ooh. Would have probably dodged the shield had it hit. They have this APOC combo really well done there. Amy doing a great job getting out of there too. Stukov will fall. And the wheel's starting to come off a little bit here for Blackheart's booty. Ooh, nice scatter. They want more. Diablo's immediately going to get seen. They do catch Sylvanas. No, they catch the Johanna instead. Thankfully, the one minion there able to save the Diablo from a little bit more pain. Asmochad's like a pretty good Hogger, by the way. If you're looking at how to play Hogger, and specifically Hortapult on this map, you should Just go download the match file and just follow him around and see what he's doing all game, because he's had some very special stuns this game. And just really, really strong plays. It's hard to highlight it when the Hogger's flying around and there's so much happening in the team fights, but what the Hogger is doing is clinical, honestly. So both teams now level 17s. We're going to have a fight in the bottom lane for this next objective. And although they're caught out a little bit, there's an arrow. But Drinko able to get out of there, and now can he live? Beautiful stun. There's the sleep. Brandon getting really low. Is it going to be able to get the kill? No, 200 HP. And the Hanzo will live. Now in the backline, as with Chad, Hordo's behind. Savage Drago looking for some blood in the backline. But Snarf at 100 HP says, I'm not afraid of you. Okay, now I'm afraid of you. Rodney, get down, Mrs. President. Chikorito, wanting more. So they do get a kill on the Stukov. The slowing sands now at 20. Gonna be the reason a lot of these fights go a lot cleaner as Hogger begins to spin. Tahaka really playing with fire there. And now spinning to win is that Hogger. $37, $38, and as last couple spawn, Hogger getting kind of low here. Nah, he's gonna be fine. Brandon caught out, does get the jump. See, if I'm Hanzo, I could stun there and die. But when you're like a real GM like Brandon is, you get out of those. It's just kind of built into the kit. You can get away with more bullshit if you're a better player. Might be looking for an engage here. They are going to find the Genji. It's a beautiful shield. Wow, finally. They land their combo so perfectly well. But caught out is Sylvanas. Is she going to be able to get away? Yes. Just barely. It has to play around the lasers now to get to their tap. And we have a very late game looking game here. It's 11 to 10. Both teams are going to hit 20 roughly the same time. Only one building has gone down this entire game. But maybe red team looking to do something about that now. They're going to have black arrows available. Let's see what they can do. Immediately they run onto the Diablo. But slowing sands, by the way, I think I mentioned something about the minus 50. Very much in effect there. But are you okay trading Sylvanas for a fort? At this stage? Yeah, probably. Next objective is a Frozen Punisher. It's in the top lane, which certainly favors Blackheart's booty. This is probably a win condition enough. If they get a couple of kills and the Punisher, this should be able to end. They don't have the full wall to defend, and as much blow up and dive as, well, Hanzo and Shield are. Are they just gonna try to kill the Johanna? Yeah, okay, they try, but Unstop is a pretty good talent. Skill? Ability? Ability. It's not talent. I'm such a, I don't know. I'm such a bitch when it comes to Hanzo Sonic Arrows at 20. Which, by the way, we can take a look at level 20 talents there. But, like, I try to refuse to Sonic Arrow. I will try to Q a bush before I use my stun, because I want the stun. But sometimes you just need the vision. But it's like, but if I hit a stun... Forward positioning here from the Johanna. Red team very much checking the bushes to see where they are. Asmachad, enemy spotted. In the bush, looking for a tongue. Not going to find it this time around. Savage Drago has to dig to get out of the sands. Wisely does so. Level 20s here. All the usual suspects. It is no control. Ooh, they immediately try to go onto the Diablo. Deckard is silenced from the Sylvanas. Teamfight is pretty okay here for the side of Rodney's. They are going to trade DPSs in the bottom lane. It looked like it was going to actually be much better than it ended up being for Rodney's there. They were playing in the sand quite a bit. They had dodged a lot of the engage that Blackheart's had, but now here they come looking for more. Drinko now a little bit out of position. Zenarius with a little bit of a slow and a silence, but not enough to be able to do any critical damage. Here's a time stop. And with the Shrine activating, I'm really surprised to see Red Team not trying to play for this more. They just kind of keep fighting, and now, unfortunately, Snarf is caught out. Silence Arrow, or the Stun Arrow, is just a little bit late there, or Snarf may have died. Here comes the Chromie W damage. Asmochad in the back line, trying to get into the sand for protection. Beautiful silence there. Diablo will fall, but souls are available. Here's the slowing seds now. TZ going to be taking minus 40 from these towers. Look at the damage, and it's enough. They get the kill onto the Johanna, and nobody gives a shit about the objective. They just want to ARAM. Okay, now they care. Drago, head into the top lane. It's going to be a 4-on-4 here. The death timers are almost identical. It's one Chromie for one Joe. And let's see how this is going to play out. The Deckard needs to get there and throw down at least 3 potions. Nice stun arrow there. More of the mental win. What is that talent called? Change is survival. Silence Arrow only going to connect to the Genji, but only momentarily. Diablo continuing to go in. Unfortunately, the flip ruins the X-Strike, so Rodney's damage really negated by the play of the Diablo. And now the Diablo will fall. No souls available this time around. Zenarius going in, almost getting a kill on the Deckard. Excuse me, on the Genji. Meanwhile, Sylvanas able to kill both the Diablo and the Hogger. And now it is going to be a 5-man push with a Frozen Punisher here. Post 20s. As I mentioned, well, actually, it's got worse. The top lane has lost both its towers and the wall. They're going to have black arrows available for this push, and it's going to be very, very hard to defend with no front line. Now, Chromie damage is a thing. If Red Team ends up playing in the sands, that's really the only way that Red Team can throw this right now. But, I mean, this is still defendable. With good play, this is still rather defendable with 3 people. Hanzo already taken a crap ton of damage. They're able to bait the Immortal to the middle lane, and he kind of just does whatever he wants. But it's a beautiful arrow, it's a great shield, and Drinko, the first to fall. No Deckard available. A very healthy Punisher now has landed onto the core. There is Diablo, who's going to get so much damage onto him immediately. The X-Strike going to connect onto the back line. The Sands not going to be able to keep anybody in there long enough. Asmochad sliding through with the Hogger. And Red Team is trying to escape while Rodney's is pressing forward. The Stukov already falls. Amy, the next to go. The core is at 73% and falling fast. But it looks like Rodney's has successfully defended this. At 63%. It's a 1 for 2. And it's 16-16 in kills. Very, very even game overall. I need a drink. Damn. Both teams doing their siege camp. Sylvanas almost at that first pinnacle quest completion there. Black Arrow's damage doing 50% more. Diablo almost at souls. Not a lot of quests to complete this game. Alright. Both teams at full strength. Couple of catapults charging into the top lane here. Gonna need to be cleared out probably by the Genji, I would assume. He's got a lot more mobility than the rest, and when somebody shows in the top lane here, you see the red team already poised to try to take this building. So Hogger now showing in the top lane. They're going to start stepping up here. Yep, you can see him pinging forward. The arrow not... Oh, it does connect on the back line. Does hit Drinko. Look at how much damage going out onto the Genji with the shield. And Genji falls just like that. Speaking of falling, this next building here, this fort, will not be remaining much longer. Looking for a tongue, not quite connecting there. Teasing in the back line. Really nice route there Sylvanas arrow only going to silence the Diablo. Draco gets interrupted trying to sleep the rest of the red team in the back line. Dahaka, an absolute menace. Sorry, I had to alt tab for a second. So we've seen this all game. Oh my gosh, is Amy gonna die? Holy! The sands, man. I'm telling you, the sands. Genji's going to be up for this next objective. The only ult that they're not going to have available... Oh, they're just sending this, but beautiful arrow in the bottom lane. The swipes are good. Drinko trying to get away, but not going to be able to. Johanna runs him down. And this fight might be over before it already began. The Hanzo taking out Diablo, but it's a 1-for-1. Ooh, not so much anymore. It's a 1-for-2. Diablo is back with no souls. And no souls means a very sad Diablo. Meanwhile, look at this bottom lane here. Huge minion wave and a catapult. I mean, they can just kill Diablo now. It's really hard for them to play. The swipes are good. But, chromie damage in the back line. They go on to Brandon. TZ popping that blinded by the light. I think that's what it's called? Yeah. Popping that shield. Huge scatter there from the Hanzo. Rodney trying to get out, but again... Scatter is good. Oh no, Snarf, you can't walk that way. Slowing Sand's gonna help. Brandon misses the Q, and because of it, Chromie takes out the Hanzo. As Snarf scurries away, the last remaining hero for the team, as Deckard spawns. And it's a frontline clear. 35-3. I think you hold this. I don't think you cap this right now. I would not have capped that, I don't think. Well, do you? Yeah, I guess you do. I guess you do. You cap that right away. There's really not much else to do. Hogger. Oh! Enemy spotted. Oh, I can't believe he didn't go. I thought he was going to go a lot sooner. Oh, okay, now he's got to get out. Drago's looking for blood. Oh, gets him before he could spin. The root. Okay, he's going to be able to spin away, but... This Mortar Punisher is stronger on the core than a Frozen Punisher. You want the Mortar Punisher for the shield burn here. It looks like they're going to try to all in here before the Diablo is up. But it's a beautiful slowing sands. Is it going to be enough to get an actual kill here? Yes, Stukov will fall. Nice play there by the Hogger. In the backline, Genji is doing terrible, terrible damage, but Blinded by the Light is going to shoot. Here comes an arrow from downtown. Connects the two people of the blue team. Both Deckard and the Hogger are slow. Meanwhile, the Punisher is running down Rodney. One more hit would kill him. He has to wait in core to heal up. It's a 4-on-5. Blackheart's booty does not have the numbers, but they have the Punisher, and sometimes John Cena is all you need. The no control in the backline is going to get the kill. Not quite. Hogger will fall. So will the core. The red team starting to all in. And Blackheart's booty wins an exciting game 2. And takes the series. What a game. Happy I cast that. That was a lot of fun. That was absolute carnage at the highest level. And you love to see it, man. That was really cool. Leading the way in damage, both Hanzo and Chromie for their teams. Soak very much the same, despite having that global healing. Actually, the Deckard coming up on top and healing stats there, but 19-23, an absolute bloodbath. A really, really fun game. We can take a look at the talents one more time. Cool. This is just a fun game. Absolutely meeple anytime. Let's go over to our map selection. Oh, did I already say it? Well, maybe I'm a prophet. I didn't mean to put that they had already won, but they did win. And we get them a point on the board. I have to run to a World of Warcraft raid. in like 5 minutes, so I'm not going to hear from them this time around. But I'll be casting some more Heroic here. They've been neglected. I'm going to get around to casting some more of their games here in the better half of the second season. Congratulations again to Blackheart's beautiful Blackheart's booty. 2-0 victory over Rodney's imaginary friends. We'll see them again in the future. Thanks for coming out and supporting NGS tonight. Ooh, I think there's another game going on, right? Are we raiding Raqqa? We should be raiding Raqqa. Raqqa F? That's the one. Mature audiences. Go say hi to Raqqa. They're good people. Be good to each other. Take care, guys.